Hi all, welcome to Chandan Logic's English YouTube channel. This is Joshna. Today I am going to discuss general science MCQs. Okay, these questions are from repeated RRB and SSC examinations. Okay, this is useful for the upcoming SSC, RRB and other competitive exams. So all of you be in the class from starting to end. Okay. Yes, I will display the question. If you know the answer, mention it in the comment section or wait for a while, I will explain. Okay. In this session, I am going to explain these questions briefly. Okay. I will display the question and regarding every option, I will explain. Okay. Yes, before starting the session, once all of you click the like button. And till now, who has not yet subscribed this Chandan Logic's English YouTube channel, subscribe to this channel. So daily live sessions will be there. So you will get a notification. So you can join in that session. Okay, let's start the session. Special offers are available and the validity is only for today. Okay, today the offers are going to end. So if anyone is interested to purchase these courses, please call to the number which is scrolling on the screen. RRB Group D 2025 special batch course is available on Chandan Logic's app. These classes are explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. TGPSC VRO VRA notification has to be released. So for this notification, the courses are available in Chandan Logic's app. So these classes are explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. 0 to Hero course, who is not able to solve problems in exams. So this 0 to Hero course will be helpful for you to solve the exams within a short period of time. So if you are interested to take this course, please call to the number which is scrolling on the screen, and the offer is going to be end today. So everyone grab this opportunity. Okay, I will display the question. If you know the answers, mention in the comment section or wait for a while. Okay, either if you know any additional information regarding this question, you can even mention it in the comment section so that it will be useful for your friends also. Okay, you can share your knowledge with your friends so that it will be useful for your friends too. Yes. Okay, let's start the session. Why do stars twinkle when observed from Earth? Diffraction, reflection, atmospheric refraction, gravitational lensing, okay. When we look the stars from the Earth, they will twinkle. What is the reason for that twinkling? Okay, when we look at the stars from the space, okay, if we go to space and if we look at the stars, they do not twinkle. But if we look those stars from the Earth, they will twinkle. What is the reason behind that? Which phenomenon is there? Diffraction, reflection, atmospheric refraction, gravitational lensing. Okay, no. Everyone must mention your answers in the comment section. Okay, no one is giving the right answers. Yes, at first I will display options, then you decide the answer. Okay, what is diffraction? I will give a perfect example for this diffraction. Imagine that you are in a dark room. Okay, imagine that you are in a dark room and there is a small hole in that dark room. So when sunlight, okay, when the sun sets, what happened? When the sun rises, what happened? Through that hole, a small beam of light will fall into that room. So how that beam of light will appear? Through a small hole. See, this is a dark room. Imagine that this is a dark room and there exists a small hole in the dark room. Okay, when the sun rises, the sun will fall through this hole. So what happens? The small beam of light will spread through this room. Okay, this phenomena is known as diffraction. Okay, this phenomena is known as diffraction. Did you get what I said? You imagine, I am just explaining the example. Imagine there is a dark room and when the sun rises, it consists of a small hole and the beam of light will enters into the room through that small hole. So what happens to that light? It will spread through the room. So such phenomena is known as diffraction. Okay. Next one is reflection. What is reflection? Reflection is nothing but bouncing back of light. Okay, nothing but perfect example, mirror. If you look at the mirror, your image will bounce back to you. So that is the perfect example for reflection. So the stars twinkle. I am not asking about the reflection. So what is the phenomenon beyond that stars twinkling? And the answer for this question is atmospheric refraction. So what happens really is that if you look those stars from the space, okay, okay, from the space, if you look those stars from the space, they do not twinkle. Why? Because there is no abstraction between stars and, okay, between stars and you. If you are at the space, if you look at the stars do not twinkle. But if we look those stars from the earth, they twinkle. What's the reason is that? Because we are seeing through layers of atmosphere. Okay, we are looking at the stars through layers of atmosphere. For that purpose, as we are looking through layers of atmospheres, the lighting will bend, so that stars will twinkle. This is the perfect phenomena that why stars twinkle. Okay. So what is the answer? Atmospheric refraction. Clear all of you? As we see the stars through layers of atmosphere, the light from the stars will bend, so that we can say that the stars will twinkle. That is the phenomena behind that stars twinkling. Okay, I will ask you one question. Tell me the answer. Which is the biggest star in universe? Okay, biggest star in universe. Biggest star in universe. Come on, all of you mention your answers in the comment section. Which star is the biggest star in universe? Naveen. Which is the biggest star in the universe? Yes. Yes, all of you mention your answers in the comment section. Which is the biggest star? No, not sun. Okay, there exists a star which is 1700 times bigger than sun. What is the name of that? Yes, very good, Nisha. UY Scuti. Okay, UY Scuti is the star which is 1700 times bigger than that star. Actually, what is the star? It is a huge body. It is a mass body which is made up of gases and dust. Okay, what is the star actually? It is a huge massive object which is made up of gases and what? Dust. Okay, there exists a star which is bigger than sun, and the name of that sun is known as what? VY Scuti. Clear all of you? Yes. Okay, UY Scuti. Very good. Next. Yeah, I said what is diffraction. Diffraction is nothing but when in an empty space, in a dark place, what happens? If a beam of light passes, so that beam of light will spread to that is known as diffraction. Another example is that when you open the door, okay, when the sun is rising, when you open the door, through that gap the sun will spread. Okay, that is also one of the example for this diffraction. Okay, next. Okay, single subject course is also available on Chandan Logics app. If anyone is interested, please call to the number which is scrolling on the screen. Okay, stars twinkle due to atmospheric refraction. See, if we are seeing from the earth, we are seeing the stars. So what is happening? We are seeing the star from layers of atmosphere. There are 5 layers of atmospheres, like what? Troposphere, stratosphere, next mesosphere, thermosphere, ionosphere. Okay, and the last one is what? Exosphere. So as we are seeing the stars through layers of atmosphere, what is happening? The light from the stars will bend. Okay, so that the stars will appear twinkling to our eyes. Clear? Yes. Next. Which of the following metals does not react with cold water or hot water? Sodium, potassium, iron, calcium. Okay, which of the following metals do not react with cold water or hot water? Come on, everyone must mention your answers in the comment section. Who has not yet liked the session, please like the session and share it to your friends, and inform that in Chandan Logics English YouTube channel, a live session is going on general science. Okay? Yes. Not troposphere, Sharanya, stratosphere. In stratosphere, ozone layer is present. Okay, Sharanya? What is the answer? Come on. Yes, very good. Okay, in the given options, which metal does not react with what hot water and cold water? And the answer is iron. Very good. Okay, iron. Iron does not react with either hot water or cold water, but this iron will react with steam. What is steam actually? If we boil the water on a lid, there appears a droplets of water, and the droplets of water is known as what? Steam. Okay, this iron metal Fe, it does not react with either hot water or cold water, but it will react with steam. Remember, okay, not only iron, aluminium, zinc, these three metals, okay, does not react with either hot water or cold water, but they react with steam. Okay, remember, this is very, very important. Next, metals like iron, aluminium and zinc do not react with cold or hot water. Why? Because they form, but they react with steam. If they react with steam, what they will form? Metal oxides and hydrogen. Okay, if this iron, aluminium and zinc, they do not react with either hot water or cold water, but they react with steam. If they react with steam, they forms metal oxides and hydrogen. For example, see, look at the reaction. See, this is aluminium. Aluminium has reacted with gaseous water. Gaseous water is nothing but what? Steam. Okay, aluminium has reacted with gaseous water, steam. So, it gives aluminium oxide and hydrogen gas. So, when these iron, aluminium, zinc metals react with what? React with steam, they gives metal oxides and hydrogen gas. So, these are some of the examples of metals which react with the hot water or cold water and which does not react. So, look at this table. Potassium will react only with cold water. Remember, this is very, very important table. Please make a screenshot of it. And magnesium only reacts with the hot water. Okay, this potassium reacts only with the cold water and magnesium will react only with the hot water. When comes to calcium reacts slowly with cold water but very rapidly with hot water. When comes to aluminium, as I told already, iron, aluminium and zinc, these three metals will react only with steam. Okay, these three metals, aluminium, iron and zinc, only react with steam. When comes to copper and silver, these copper and silver, they does not react either with cold water or hot water or steam. Remember these two, okay, copper and silver does not react either with cold water or hot water or what? Steam. Okay, remember this table, very, very important. Okay, next. Consider the following surfaces: newspapers, wooden floors, marble floors, carpets. Arrange the following surfaces in order from less slippery to more slippery surfaces. 3, 2, 1, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. Just arrange the given options in a such a way that there should be the surfaces in order from less slippery to more slippery surfaces. This is regarding friction topic. If you know what is friction and if you know what is slippery surfaces, you can easily put answer for this question. Okay, what is friction actually? Friction, it is the force that opposes the movement of the objects. Okay, what is friction? It is the force that that opposes the movement of the object. So, in the given four options, newspaper, wooden floors, marble floors, carpets, in the given four option, which object will have less slippery? Come on, okay, and the answer, when come to carpets, if you use carpets, there is less slippery factor. And next comes wooden floors. These wooden floors will also have what? Less slippery. Okay, wooden floors will also have what? Less slippery. And when comes to newspaper will also have less slippery. So, newspaper comes next. Newspapers will have less. Then next, what wooden, then next marble. So what is the answer? 4, 1, 2, 3 is the answer. Okay, arrange the following from less slippery to more slippery. So this carpet will have the less slipping factor. Next comes newspaper will have the less slipping factor. Next wood, and the last one is marble. Okay, this marble will have more slipping factor. So it comes at the end of the option. Okay. Yes, very good evening all of you. Yes. Next. Okay, slippery factor. What is slippery? See, this is smooth surface. Okay, for the smooth surface, slippery factor will be high. When compared to rough surface, then this rough surface, as it have high friction, the slippery factor will be less. So based on this concept, we have arranged those options from less friction to more friction. Clear? Yes. Next question. What is the primary purpose of a hydrophone in underwater environment? To measure water and temperature, to detect and record ocean sounds from all directions, to filter pollutants from the water, to generate sound waves for communication. Yes, come on. What is the purpose of hydrophones which we use in oceans? What it will do? Yes, come on. Everyone has to mention your answers in the comment section. This is pure English medium, so the class will be explained in complete English only. Okay. If you need the same class in Telugu language, you can visit Chandan Logic's main channel and search for this class. You can get. This class is available in Telugu also. Okay. Yes, what's the answer for this? No. What is the purpose of hydrophone in underwater environment? No, ma. Read it properly. Okay. Hydrophone. What is the purpose of this hydrophone? No. Okay. And the correct answer for this question is to detect and record ocean sounds from all direction. Okay. What is the purpose of this hydrophone? To detect and record ocean sounds from all direction is the answer for this question. Okay. Look at this. This is hydrophone and this is antenna. Okay. This hydrophone will float on the water and this antenna will be sent into the ocean, so that this antenna will record all the sounds of the ocean from all the direction and it will send data to the hydrophone. Okay. So what is this hydrophone? A hydrophone is an underwater device that detects and records ocean sounds from all direction. People often think that underworld is silent, but it is not silent. Even the ocean underwater makes sounds. So these sounds and records will be detected by which instrument, ma? By hydrophone. This hydrophone is connected to antenna and this antenna is will be sent into the ocean and this antenna will detect and record all the ocean sounds and it will send the data to the hydrophone. This is the procedure. Okay. Yes, very good. Yes. Okay. What is the range that a human ears can hear? Okay. Human ears can hear only up to 20 kilohertz sound, frequency sound. Okay. Beyond that, they are termed to be ultrasounds. Next. Which of the following scientists worked on plant Oenothera lamarckiana? T.H. Morgan, Lamarck, Hugo de Vries, C. Darwin. Yes, come on, this is one type of flower. So, this flower, okay, it was studied by which scientist? Because this flower explained about the mutation theory. Okay. Yes, everyone has to mention your answers in the comment section. Yes, very good. Okay, 20 hazards to 20,000 hazards. Beyond that, we cannot hear. Okay, beyond that, they are considered to be ultrasounds. No one is giving correct answer. Okay, and the correct answer for this question is Hugo de Vries. Okay, he is the person who has worked on this plant Oenthera lamarckiana and has discovered the mutation theory. Okay, so Hugo de Vries discovered new forms of the evening primrose. This flower is also known as what? Evening primrose, and the scientific name of this evening primrose is what? Oenthera lamarckiana in 1886 and proposed the mutation theory. Okay, he suggested that sudden heritable changes in an organism genome cause variation, speciation and evolution. What is this mutation theory? Pollen grains of one plant, if they fall on another plant, so what different variation of species will be originated. So that is known as what? Mutation theory. So the study of the mutation theory first happened on which plant? This evening primrose. Remember, very very important. And the scientist who discovered this mutation theory is whom? Hugo de Vries in 1886. Clear? Yes. Not T.H. Morgan, it's Hugo de Vries. Next. Who is known as the father of plastic surgery? G.D. Naidu, Charaka, Sushruta, none of the above. Come on. Who is known as father of plastic surgery? Plastic surgery does not exist only in these times. This plastic surgery has existed in the ancient times also. So, who is the father of plastic surgery? Come on, everyone must mention your answers in the comment section. No one sits idle. Okay? Yes, very good, Anu. Okay, what's your real name, Unique? And the answer for this question is Sushruta. Okay, he is the ancient sage. He is considered as the father of surgery. Sushruta is known as the father of plastic surgery and is considered an engineering figure in ancient Indian medicine. So at that time only, he has redeveloped the facial organs and he has redeveloped the bones. Okay, he had done surgeries regarding this ophthalmologist. So he is considered as the father of Indian plastic surgery. Father of Indian plastic surgery, remember, and the name of him is Sushruta. His work influenced the development of reconstructive surgery, ophthalmology and orthopedics and continues to shape surgical practices today. So his practices are still continued today. Okay, he has done redevelopment surgeries. He is famous in ophthalmologist and even orthopedics. Okay, yes, very good. Which gas is the most abundant and lightest in the universe? Oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, helium. Yes, come on. I am asking which gas is the lightest and more abundant in the universe. I am not asking which gas is the more abundant in universe. I am asking that which gas is the most lightest and abundant in universe. Yes, come on. Everyone must mention your answers in the comment section. Yes, Bhuvana. Come on. Inform your friends the class has started in Chandan Logic's English YouTube channel. Okay? If you have any separate groups, post in that group. What's the answer for this question? Yes, very good. Hydrogen. Okay, remember, if they mention, okay, abundant, if they mention only which gas is most abundant in atmosphere, you must answer nitrogen. But they have mentioned which gas is the most abundant and lightest in the atmosphere, means you have to mention hydrogen. Okay, so what is the answer for this? Hydrogen. What is the atomic number of oxygen? 8. What is the atomic number of hydrogen? 1. What is the atomic number of nitrogen? 7. And what is the atomic number of helium? 2. Okay, yes. Yes, recently in which country, okay, I am asking that recently in which country white hydrogen has found, okay, a huge mass of white hydrogen has found recently in which country? It cost almost 90 trillion billion dollars, okay. What? 90 trillion billion dollars worth white hydrogen is recently found in which country? Yes, come on. Come on, everyone must mention in your answers in the comment section. Nitrous oxide is what? It is laughing gas. But nitric acid is very dangerous acid, remember. Yes, very good, France. Yes. Hydrogen is the most abundant and lightest gas in the universe, marking up to 75% of all matter. With an atomic weight of 1.00794, it is colorless, odorless, tasteless and highly flammable, forming bonds with nearly every element. So nowadays they are going to develop hydrogen trains also. Why? Because this hydrogen is highly flammable and they are environment friendly. Okay. An electric bell works based on which principle? Heat conduction, electromagnetism, light refraction, sound vibration. Okay. What is conduction actually? Transfer of heat. Okay. Transfer of heat is said to be heat conduction. When comes to electromagnetism, what is this electromagnetism? Due to the passage of electricity, that develops a magnetic field, and the magnetic field will allow the core to attach to the bell and the bell will rings. So what is the phenomena of this electric bell? You can guess the answer. Now what is refraction? You all know. Okay, what is the answer for this question? Yes. Yes, good evening Rishita. An electric bulb work based on which? Very good, Sandhya. Okay, works on electromagnetism. See, look at this figure, electric bell. So there is a battery. This battery is attached to this electromagnet. So what happens? It is coiled. This electromagnet is coiled. So when the battery is switch on, what happens? Electricity will be passed. So what happens? This electric content, there exists. Okay, when the electricity passes, what happens? Their magnetic field will develop. So magnetic field will develop. So if as the magnetic field is developed, this electric contact will hit this. Okay, it will hit with this. So what happens? This clapper which is attached to the arm, it will hit the bell. So what is this principle? It is electromagnetism. So when the current passes through the electromagnet, the coils which are surrounded that electromagnet, they will receive magnetic field. So with that magnetic field, it will attract the arm. So the arm will be come closer to the electromagnet. So the clapper which is attached to the arm, it will hit the bell so that the bell rings. This is the principle of electromagnetism. So the electric bell works on which principle? On the principle of electromagnetism. Clear? Yes. Next. See, look. An electric bell works on electromagnetism when current passes through a coil. See, when current passes through a coil, this is the coil attached to the arm. So what happens? It creates a magnetic field. Okay, it creates a magnetic field. Their magnetic field is created such that this arm will attach, get closer to this electromagnet, and this clapper will hit the bell. This is the principle of electromagnetism. Next. What is the blind spot in the eye also known as? Retina, scotoma, macula, fovea. Come on. What is the blind spot in the eye also known as? Everyone must mention your answers in the comment section. Yes. What is retina actually? Retina is nothing but it is a back part of our eye. Okay. It is a back part of our eye. Next comes macula. Macula is nothing but it is the central part of retina. The central part of retina is known as what? Macula. And next one is fovea. What is this fovea? There appears a diversion. There appears a small depression in the macula, and that depression is known as what? Fovea. Clear? What is this? Retina. Retina is nothing but it is the back part of our eye. And next comes macula. Central part of the retina is known as what? Macula. And what is this fovea? Fovea is nothing but there appears a depression in the macula, and that depression is termed as what? Fovea. So what is the answer for this question? Yes, What is the blind spot in the eye also known as? That blind spot will not respond to the light. Okay, that blind spot, there exists a blind spot in our eye and that blind spot will not respond to the light. For example, if we look at the light, our retina automatically it closes our eye. But there is a blind spot in our eye that does not react with to light. So what that spot is known as? Yes, very good, scotoma. Okay, and the answer is scotoma. What is this retina? It is a back part of our eye. Next, macula is a central part of retina, Next is fovea. This is a small depression which is present in the macula. Okay, and the next is scotoma. Scotoma is a blind spot which does not respond to light. Okay, if a light is passed to our eye, those part does not respond to light, and that spot is known as blind spot and it is named as what? Scotoma. Clear? Yes. A blind spot, see this is retina. Okay, back part of our eye is known as what? Retina. So the blind spot will present here. If a light is passed, this part will not respond. Okay. So a blind spot or scotoma is a small area in the eye when there are no light sensitive cell. Typically when the optic nerve connected to the retina, this lack of photoreceptor makes the spot insensitive to light. Okay, this part will not react to light, that's it. What is the main use of infrared radiation therapy? To improve skin elasticity, to treat muscle pain and inflammation, to enhance vision, to cure respiratory diseases. What is this infrared radiations actually? They are nothing but electromagnetic radiation. In general, we have 7 types of electromagnetic radiation. First is radio waves, microwaves, infrared rays, visible rays. Next comes ultraviolet rays. Next, X-rays, gamma rays. These are 7 electromagnetic waves. Okay. So, this what radio waves have longest wavelength and lowest frequency. Okay. See, listen, this order is very, very important. Radio, next micro, next infrared, next is visible, next is ultra, next X-rays, next gamma rays. See, listen, this series is very, very important. These radio waves have longest wavelength and shortest frequency. You know what is frequency? Frequency is denoted by nu. Okay, what is frequency? Number of oscillations per second. Okay, number of oscillations per second is known as frequency. What is wavelength? Wavelength is nothing but it is the distance between one successive point of the wave to the next successive point. Okay, that is wavelength. So, the wavelength of the radio waves will be longest and the frequency will be lowest. So, these will be continued. So, at last this gamma rays will have the lowest wavelength and highest frequency. Okay. Now, this is all regarding this infrared radiation. Infrared radiation therapy is used for which treatment? Yes, come on, very good. To treat muscle pain and inflammation. Very good, very good. To treat muscle pain and inflammation. Infrared radiation is a type of electromagnetic radiation with longer wavelength and then visible length. That's all. Okay. See, look, this visible. Okay. Then visible level, this longest wavelength. Okay, but shortest frequency. For treating muscle pain and tension, it works by increasing blood circulation and reducing inflammation. How this infrared radiation therapy will work? This infrared radiation therapy, this will increase our blood circulation such that what happens? The inflammation in our body will be reduced. So, this type of therapy is known as what? What therapy? Infrared radiation therapy. This infrared radiation therapy is used to reduce the muscle pain and inflammation, very, very important. Okay, and what is the purpose of this X-rays? X-rays are used to get the images of the bones or tissues. Okay, yes. Ultrasounds, ultra radiations are used to detect the sounds of the fetus or the organs. Okay. Why is salt added to ice cream during the churning process? To enhance the flavor, to lower the freezing point and help the ice cream freeze faster, to increase the sweetness, to make the texture harder. Yes, come on, everyone must mention your answers in the comment section. Churning process, what is this churning process? Nothing but look at the milk. Okay, if we rotate the milk with a spoon, what happens? The thickest part will comes into the middle. That process is known as what? Churning process. So during the churning process, salt is added to the ice cream. What is the reason behind that? The reason is that if we add salt to the ice, then it does not melt easily. So it will stay in the freezing point. Okay. Yes, what's the answer for this question? To lower the freezing point and help the ice cream freeze faster. Yes, very good. Salt is added to ice cream to lower the freezing point of ice mixture used in the churning process. As I explained, what is churning process, ma? Churning process is used to separate the butter from the milk. Nothing but if we skim continuously, the thicker part of the milk will come into the center and we can remove it. Those process is known as what? Churning process. Okay. During churning process, we will add salt to the ice cream in order to lower the freezing point. Okay, in order to lower the freezing point. Okay, in order to stay them at their freezing point. Okay. Yes. Next. Which of the following is most commonly known as milk sugar? Glucose, fructose, lactose, maltose. Come on. Yes, everyone must mention your answers in the comment section. This question is from biology nutrients unit. Okay. In nutrients, we have 5 essential nutrients. First one is carbohydrates and these comes under carbohydrates. Okay. Yes. These are types of sugars. Glucose, glucose is generally known as grape sugar. Fructose, fructose is generally known as fruit sugar. And next come lactose, maltose, maltose is generally known as malt sugar. So what is the answer for this question? I even gave you a hint. Yes, very good, Serenia. Okay, milk sugar is known as what? Lactose. Glucose is known as grape sugar. Next, fructose is known as fruit sugar. Maltose is known as malt sugar. Generally, we have sugars. Okay, sugars are divided into 2 types: polysaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides. 3 types. Okay, monosaccharides, disaccharides, polysaccharides. Okay. If there is a single sugar, we say them as monosaccharides. If there is a combination of 2 sugars, we say them as disaccharides. And if there are more than 2 sugars, we say them as polysaccharides. So these 3 are types of sugars. Okay. Yes. Lactose. Okay, lactose is a sugar found in mammal milk consisting of glucose and galactose. Okay, lactose is a disaccharide, that is, it is a combination of glucose plus galactose. The combination of glucose and galactose gives us lactose. So, it makes up to 2.8% of milk, including cow's milk and human breast milk. So, the milk which we get from rice, soya milk, in those milk, this lactose is absent. So, this we can find lactose only in breast milk and in cow's milk, and this type of milk lactose is absent in soya milk, rice milk, coconut milk, oat milk. Clear? This is very, very important. Remember, this lactose milk, okay, lactose is obtained only in cow's milk and mother's milk. but we cannot find this lactose in soya milk, oat milk, coconut milk. Okay? Yes. Which of the following is the main thinking part of the human brain? Hindbrain, midbrain, cerebrum, none of this. Yes, come on. We have three parts of brain: cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. So, in forebrain, cerebrum will be there, and in hindbrain, cerebellum and medulla oblongata will be there. So, what is the function of this cerebrum? What is the function of cerebellum? And what is the function of medulla oblongata? If you know, mention your answers in the comment section. Before that, all of you mention this answer in the comment section. Which of the following is the main thinking part of the human brain? Come on. Yes, yes, very good. Okay, listen. We have cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. And what is this hindbrain, forebrain, midbrain? In forebrain, okay, in forebrain, cerebrum is present, and in the midbrain, nothing is present, and in the hindbrain, cerebellum and medulla oblongata is present. So, what is the part which functions as thinking? Okay, which is the main thinking part of the human brain is cerebrum. Okay, and this cerebrum is present in which ma? In forebrain. Okay. Now, what is the function of this cerebrum? Cerebrum yokka function enti? It is the largest part responsible for thinking. Okay, this cerebrum is responsible for thinking. And what this cerebellum will do? This cerebellum will coordinate the movements and balance us. Okay. Now, my hand is moving. Why? Because this function is done by cerebellum. The cerebellum is signaling me to do this movement. Okay, and cerebrum is making me to think. Cerebellum is making me to coordinate movements. And what this what medulla oblongata will do? Medulla oblongata, it will controls breathing and heart. Okay, medulla oblongata will controls breathing and heart. These are the functions of cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. So, cerebrum is used for thinking. Cerebrum is used to control movements and coordinate, balance. Okay, and the next one is medulla oblongata. It will control the breathing and heart rate. Yes. The cerebrum is the largest part of the brain located at the front side. Okay, forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. So, in this forebrain, cerebrum is there, and in this hindbrain, cerebellum and medulla oblongata will be located. The cerebrum consists of a grey matter, cerebral cortex and white matter. It has sensory, motor and association areas. Okay, the brain is divided into forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Clear? Yes. Cuttlefish belongs to phylum Annelida, Echinodermata, species Mollusca. Come on. Cuttlefish belong to which phylum? Everyone mention your answers in the comment section. This session is useful for the upcoming RRB, SSC and other competitive exams, and these questions are picked from the most expected and repeated PYQs. Okay? Yes, everyone must mention your answers from the comment section. Annelidaకి వచ్చేసి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అమ్మ ఎర్త్ వామ్స్, లీచెస్, జలగా. ఓకే, అనిలీడా అంటే ఏంటి? సెగ్మెంటెడ్ బాడీస్ ఉంటాయి. సో ట్రాన్స్పరెంట్ బాడీస్ ఉంటాయి. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వచ్చేసి ఏంటమ్మా? సెగ్మెంటెడ్ బాడీస్ అంటే తెలుసు కదా, పార్ట్స్ బాడీస్ అనేది ఏ ఆర్గానిజమ్స్కి అయితే ఉంటాయో వాటిని అనిలిడా ఫైలం కిందికి వస్తాయి. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వచ్చేసి ఎర్త్ వామ్స్, ఇంకా లీచెస్. నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి ఎకినోడర్మాటా. ఈ ఎకినోడర్మాటా అనే ఫైలంకి దీని యొక్క ఆకారం ఎలా ఉంటుంది అంటే బాడీ విత్ స్పైన్స్. సో ఈ ఎకినోడర్మాటా ఉండే స్పీషియస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ వచ్చేసి వాటికి హార్ట్ ఉండదు, కిడ్నీస్ ఉండదు, లంగ్స్ ఉండవు, సో స్పైన్స్ ఉంటాయి అన్నట్టు. ఓకే, దిస్ కన్సిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ స్పైన్స్. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వచ్చేసి స్టార్ ఫిష్. ఓకే, దిస్ వాట్ ఎకినోడర్మాటా ఫైలం కింద వచ్చే ఆర్గానిజమ్స్ అన్నిటికీ దిస్ బాడీ కన్సిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ స్పైన్స్ అండ్ దే డు నాట్ హ్యావ్ హార్ట్, కిడ్నీస్, లంగ్స్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి స్పీసీస్ అనేది అది క్లాస్ అమ్మ, అది ఫైలం కాదు. నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చేసి మొలాస్కా. అండ్ స్పీసీస్ యొక్క ఫైలం ఏంటంటే కోర్డాటా. కోర్డాటా ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ద ఫైలం విచ్ కన్సిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ స్పైనల్ కార్డ్. మన యొక్క ఫైలం వచ్చేసి కోర్డాటా, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఇస్ మొలాస్కా. దీని ఆన్సర్ వచ్చేసి మొలాస్కా. ఓకే, క్యాటిల్ ఫిష్ యొక్క ఫైలం ఏంటిదమ్మా? మొలాస్కా. స్పీసీస్ అనేది క్లాస్ అండ్ దాని యొక్క ఫైలం వచ్చేసి ఏంటి? కోర్డాటా. కోర్డాటా అంటే ద ఆర్గానిజం విచ్ కన్సిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ స్పైనల్ కార్డ్, వి సే దెమ్ యాజ్ కోర్డాటా. నెక్స్ట్ ఈస్ ఎకినోడర్మాటా. ఎకినోడర్మాటా యొక్క ఆర్గానిమ్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయంటే వాళ్ళ బాడీ మొత్తం ఇట్ ఈస్ మేడప్ ఆఫ్ స్పైన్స్ అండ్ దే డు నాట్ హ్యావ్ హార్ట్, లంగ్స్ అండ్ వాట్? కిడ్నీస్. నెక్స్ట్ కమ్స్ అనిలిడా. అనిలిడాకి ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్గానిజమ్స్కి బాడీ ఎలా ఉంటుంది అంటే సెగ్మెంటెడ్ బాడీస్ ఉంటాయి. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వచ్చేసి ఎర్త్ వామ్స్, లీచెస్. సో క్యాటిల్ ఫిష్ ఏ ఫైలం కిందికి వస్తుందంటే మొలస్కా ఫైలం కిందికి వస్తుంది. సో చూద్దాం. క్యాటిల్ ఫిష్ ఆల్సో నోన్ యాజ్ లోలిగో బిలాంగ్ టు ద ఫైలం మొలాస్కా. దే హ్యావ్ ఎ లార్జ్ వి షేప్డ్ ప్యూపిల్స్. ఓకే, దానికి ఒక లార్జ్ వి షేప్డ్ ప్యూపిల్స్ అంటే నోరు ఉంటుంది. నెక్స్ట్ 8 ఆర్మ్స్. దానికి మొత్తం 8 ఆర్మ్స్ ఉంటాయంట. సో ఇలాంటి మొత్తం 8 ఆర్మ్స్ ఉంటాయంట. అండ్ 2 టెంటాకిల్స్ విత్ డెంటికులేటెడ్ సకర్స్ ఫర్ క్యాప్చరింగ్ ప్రే. సో దిస్ ఈస్ క్యాటిల్ ఫిష్. దానికి 8 ఆర్మ్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో 2 డెంటికల్స్ ఉంటాయి టు కన్జ్యూమ్ టు పిక్ ద ఫుడ్ అండ్ ఈట్. సో దే ఫీడ్ ఆన్ స్మాల్ మొలాస్క్. అవేంటి? దానికి సంబంధించిన బేబీస్ని అది తీసుకుంటుందట. Sorry, this is English, right? Okay, next. A dynamo converts heat energy into electric energy, electrical energy into mechanical energy, electrical energy into heat energy, mechanical energy into electrical energy. Come on, everyone mention your answers in the comment section. Dynamo will convert which energy to which energy? Yes. Okay, dynamo converts which energy to which energy? Everyone must mention your answers in the comment section. Yes, very good, Sandhya. Okay, example of mollusca phylum are what? Starfish, sea cucumbers. Yes, very good. A dynamo converts. See, look, heat energy into electrical energy. Heat energy into electrical energy. Which converts heat energy into electrical energy? Yes, everyone mention your answers in the comment section. Thermoelectric generator. Okay, thermoelectric generator. It will converts heat energy into electric energy. So that is not the correct answer. So which instrument converts heat energy into electrical energy? Ma? Thermoelectric generator. Next comes electric energy into mechanical energy. Look at the cooler. If you look at the cooler, when the electricity is passed, what happens? The cooler will rotate such that electricity is converted into mechanical energy, and that is the example is electric motor is converted into mechanical energy. And the next is electrical energy into heat energy. When you look at the water heater, okay, if we switch on the heater and when the electricity passes, what happens? That okay, electric heater will get heat and the water gets hot. So the perfect example for this electrical energy into heat energy is water heater. And what is the mechanical energy into electrical energy? And the dynamo works on which principle ma? It converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Okay. See, look, A dynamo converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. It works by rotating a coil within a magnetic field. The perfect example is, look, as the cycle rotates, okay, as the cycle rotates, the electricity is passed, the mechanical energy is making the turbines to rotate. As the turbines rotate, what happens? Electricity is generated. Okay, so the perfect example for this dynamo is generator. Next, who is known as the father of immunology? Louis Pasteur, Robert Koch, Edward Jenner, Alexander Fleming. Louis Pasteur. If you listen this name, automatically we will remember what? Pasteurization, milk pasteurization. So Louis Pasteur, what he is famous for? Okay, Louis Pasteur is famous for what? He discovered that the reason for the diseases are germs. Okay, the person who discovered the reason for the diseases are germs is who? Louis Pasteur. Okay, if we listen about this Louis Pasteur, what we will remember? We will remember this milk pasteurization. Not only that, he is the one who has discovered that the reason for the diseases are germs. Germs are nothing but what? Bacteria, fungus, etc. Okay, who is he? Louis Pasteur. He even developed the vaccine for rabies. This Louis Pasteur, he even developed the vaccine for rabies. So Robert Koch. Who is this Robert Koch? He is the one, okay, who identified bacteria. Okay, Robert Koch is the one who identified mycobacterium. Okay, he has identified the reason for tuberculosis is what? Mycobacterium. Okay, who has discovered the reason for tuberculosis is mycobacterium? Robert Koch. For this purpose, he has even received the Nobel Prize in 1905. Okay, in 1905, this Robert Koch has even received, in 1985, he has even received Nobel Prize for this discovery. What he has discovered? He has discovered about mycobacterium. The reason for tuberculosis is cause of mycobacterium. Next is Edward Jenner. So the answer for this question is Edward Jenner. Who is the father of immunology? Edward Jenner. Who is this Alexander Fleming? Alexander Fleming has discovered penicillin. Okay? Yes. Edward Jenner is also known as father of immunology. He is also known as the father of immunology because he was the first ever scientist to create the smallpox vaccine. So, world's first vaccine is what, ma? Smallpox vaccine. And who has discovered this smallpox vaccine? This Edward Jenner. So, he is termed as what? Father of immunology. He is the person who has discovered world's first vaccine. For this purpose, he was termed as father of immunology. Who is he? Edward Jenner. Okay, very good. Next. What is the primary acid found in the venom of red ants? Acetic acid, citric acid, formic acid, hydrochloric acid. Okay, acetic acid. We have recently learned about this acetic acid. Acetic acid is also known as ethanoic acid. If you dilute this acetic acid to 5 to 8%, then they obtain vinegar. So, this is not the correct answer. So, what is option B? Option B is citric acid. Okay. Now, what is the formula for this acetic acid? Formula for acetic acid is CH3COOH. Now, next comes citric acid. What is the formula for citric acid? C6H8O7. So, this citric acid, we can get lot of citric acid in citrus fruits. Okay. Next is formic acid. So, the answer for this question is formic acid. Formic acid is also known as methanoic acid. And this acetic acid is also known as what? Ethanoic acid. Okay. And what is the formula for this methanol acids? Okay. What? Formic acid formula is HCOOH and it is also known as what? Methanoic acid. What is HCl? Hydrochloric acid. Okay. So, what is the answer for this question, ma? The acid which is found in red ants is what? Formic acid. Due to the presence of this formic acid, what happens? Due to the presence of this formic acid, there exists, okay, we can sense the what burning sensation. If the ant bites, we will sense the burning sensation due to the presence of this formic acid. Clear? Yes. Formic acid or methanoic acid is found in red ants and is responsible for the irritation caused by ant bites. What is the formula? HCOOH. Okay. Next. What is produced when magnesium burns in air? Magnesium hydroxide, magnesium oxide, magnesium sulfate, magnesium chloride. Come on, everyone must mention your answers in the comment section. Yes. If we burn magnesium, okay, if we burn magnesium in oxygen, what happens? Yes. Mention your answers in the comment section. Very good, very good. Okay. When we burn magnesium in air, what happens? Okay, a white powder and light will appear. Okay. What is the answer? Magnesium oxide. Okay. See, when magnesium ribbon, this is magnesium ribbon, when it is burnt in oxygen gas, when it is burnt in oxygen gas, what happens? There appears a light and finally there obtains a white powder. Okay, and these white powder, we can use it as antacid. You know that? This white powder, this magnesium oxide, this can be used as an antacid. What is the purpose of this antacid? If any burning sensation in our stomach, and it will normalize, it will neutralize the acid content in our body. So, this magnesium oxide is also used as antacid. So, when we expose magnesium to the oxygen air, what we will get? We will get white powder of magnesium, okay, and there appears a light also, and that white powder, magnesium oxide, it is used as antacid. What is the use of this antacid? Antacid will neutralize the acid content in our body and it will reduce the inflammation in our body. Okay. So, when magnesium ribbon is heated in air, it burns to form magnesium oxide, producing heat and light. So, the reaction between magnesium and oxygen forms a white powder, and that white powder is termed as magnesium oxide. Clear? Yes. Next. Which of the following is an example of an amphoteric oxide? Sodium oxide, aluminium oxide, calcium oxide, carbon dioxide. Amphoteric acid. Amphoteric acid is nothing but the oxides which acts both as what? Acid as well as base. Okay, the oxides which acts both as acids and bases, we say them as what? Amphoteric oxide. So, in the given option, which oxide is termed as amphoteric oxide? What is acid actually? Acids are said to be acid if blue litmus paper is converted to red litmus paper, we say it as what? Acid. So, this acid will give us what ions? H plus ions. When comes to bases, if the red litmus paper converted into blue litmus paper, so we can consider that solution as base solution, and this base solution will release what? OH ions. So, what are these amphoteric oxides? This amphoteric oxide is made up of both acidic as well as basic oxide. So, what is the answer for this question? Yes, very good. Aluminium oxide and zinc oxide, these both oxides are what? Amphoteric oxide, remember. Okay, in the given option aluminium oxide is given. So, in the given option if there exists zinc oxide, so that zinc oxide also correct answer for this question. Okay. Yes, very good Seranya. Amphoteric oxide have both acidic and basic properties. Example includes aluminium and zinc oxide. Okay, aluminium and zinc oxide, these both are considered as amphoteric acid because these both have acidic as well as basic solutions. Okay. Special offers are going on. So, today is the last date to grab this opportunity. If anyone is interested to purchase this course, okay, today is the last date. So, if you are interested, please call to the number which is scrolling on the screen. Single subject course also available on Chandan Logics app if anyone is interested. So these classes are explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. Zero to Hero course, who is not able to solve problems in exams within a short period of time to solve the problems in examination, this course is very useful for you. These classes are explained from basics to advanced level with best tricks. Okay. Next, RRB ALP 2025 special batch course is also available on Chandan Logics app. These classes are explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. RRB ALP CBT1 as well as CBT2 complete course is also available on Chandan Logics app. These classes are explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. RRB Group D 2025 special batch course is also available on Chandan Logics app. These classes are explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. Unlimited access will be there. Number of times you can write mock tests, both topic wise as well as full length mock tests also available. RRB NTPC special batch course is also available on Chandan Logics app. These classes are also conducted both in English as well as Telugu languages. TGPSC VRO VRA special batch course is also available on Chandan Logics app. So if anyone is interested to purchase this course, today is the last date to grab the opportunity because offers are ending by today. So if you need this course, please call to the number which is scrolling on the screen. APPSC, TGPSC, SI Constable courses are also available on Chandan Logics app. These classes are also explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. SSC CGL special batch course is also available on Chandan Logics app. These classes are conducted both in English as well as Telugu languages. Complete course, Tier 1 as well as Tier 2. SSC 2025 special batch course is also available on Chandan Logics app. In this course, all the SSC exams related exams will be covered along with the syllabus. So if anyone is interested, please call to the number which is scrolling on the screen. SSC CPO 2025 special batch course is also available on Chandan Logics app. Prelims plus mains. Okay, these classes are explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. SSC CHSL special batch course also available on Chandan Logics app. Okay, unlimited access will be there. You can write number of mock tests and the mock test will be in full length as well as topic wise. Bank Mahapack, who are preparing for bank exams, this Bank Mahapack will be useful for you. In this, as per the bank syllabus, the classes are designed. So not only bank exams but also banking related exams like RBI, LIC, these exam syllabus will also covered in these courses. Bank, SSC, RRB, who are preparing for those three exams, combo course also available on Chandan Logics app. These classes are explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. TGPSC, APPSC Group 2 courses are also available on Chandan Logics app. These classes are also explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. Okay, who are preparing for MBA and MCA entrance examination like I said, these courses are also available on Chandan Logics app. These classes are also explained both in English and Telugu languages. Okay, that's all for today. So as of now, who has not yet subscribed these three channels, please subscribe these three channels like Chandan Logics main channel, Chandan Logics English and Chandan Logics Telugu YouTube channel. Daily live sessions are going on. So till now, who has not yet subscribed, please subscribe the channels, you will get notification. And who has not yet joined in Instagram, Telegram and WhatsApp channel, join in those channels so that you will get a daily current affairs PDF and beyond that you will get additional information also. Okay, that's all for today students. Bye, keep learning.